I'm back, guys, and I seem to have added a lot more color to my hair. So since I had my awesome mermaid hair going, which I'll take down in a little bit, I figured it was time for some mermaid makeup. And I have been trying to film this forever. So I have no idea how this is going to turn out. It is morning. Got my coffee here. Life goes on. And we are going to a 1-year-old's birthday party in like a couple of hours. So I, just for the record, am not wearing mermaid makeup. I'm not going to be the clown at the party, but I can't help it. So it's time. I have to film this. So I have no idea how this is going to turn out, and we're just going to get rolling. I'm going to start with my Makeup Revolution Pro Base Blur Primer. And I'm actually going to be mixing that with the Makeup Revolution Unicorn Elixir Liquid Highlighter Drops. I haven't found this to be a very good highlighter. It kind of takes your makeup off, but we're under makeup as a primer. It actually works pretty cool. So check this stuff out. I'm going to grab just a couple drops in the places that I would want highlighted. Yeah, screw it. Let's have some forehead. Getting away from myself. And it's got like this weird little dropper thingy on it. So now I'm going to grab my primer. And you can see that this stuff has like some glitter and some glowy stuff in it too, so. Don't really see it under the makeup, but it does make it look kind of cool. And I'm just going to start by putting this on the parts of my face that I don't have the drops on. Again, guys, I like to mess around with makeup, but I have no idea how this is going to turn out. I'm just kind of screwing around, so. This might be awesome, and you may never see this video. Alright, so we're going to throw a little bit of that into there. Now, we're going to start with the illumination. We're going to start blending this in there. Check that out. Check out that sheen. Can you guys see that? This stuff is nuts. Alright. This is going to involve a lot of paper towel because there's a lot of finger painting that goes along with this. And you guys can see that I'm like sweating to death and dying. It is summer and my film room is on the 2nd floor of my house and my AC sucks. So I'm sweating to death and dying under these lights, so you're just going to have to ignore that. I apologize for that, but that's life. We'll do an old standby. Alright, so for foundation, I'm going to use my Fit Me Dewy and Smooth in 110 Porcelain. I feel like mermaids don't see a lot of sun, so we're just going to ignore all of this like tan that I got working on deck down here. We're going to go more for this color. So I want something nice and light. And I'm going to do this one with my Sigma F80 flat kabuki. Ooh, that came out. Alright. Alright, we got plenty there. I don't really want foundation up on my blue hair. By the way, if you guys want me to do a video on how I did this hair, I can do that whenever I do my touch-up. Because I'm kind of digging this, and I feel like I'm going to keep this for a little bit. And as you well know, with colors, like bright colors like this, they don't stay long. So I will definitely be doing a touch-up. I'm sure that they are going to just love this at my AVAC conference I have to go to this weekend. As a professor goes, I think I'm a little bit like Mrs. Frizzle meets Bernadette. but whatever. So you can like see how much that shimmer still comes through the foundation even though I put it underneath with the primer. Alright, now I want to start shaping this face, and I feel like I need some pretty severe contour if I'm going to be a mermaid. I don't know that that's a thing. I don't know. They swim all the time, so they should be skinny, and I'm not, but we're going to pretend I am. But I want this to look more like shadow, more like actual contour. So you're going to notice that while I tend to gravitate to contours and bronzers that have some glitter in them, and while I'm putting all this other glitter on my face, my contour I'm doing completely matte. So I'm doing this with a combination of my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil and the Hoola by Benefit. Both really good kind of dark matte bronzers. Put on here. A little bit of a jawline too. Why not? Go all out. Pretend I have a jawline. We're gonna have to blend that in. Whatever. Alright, now that's a good base. Here's where everything goes crazy. Alright, mermaid guys. So I'm going to get some blush up in here. And I'm going to grab that on, I need a clean brush. A clean blush brush. Do I own such a critter? Yeah, that'll do. I really need to wash brushes. I feel like this is going to force the issue. And I picked up this nifty little palette that I'm going to be making quite a bit of use of today. I'll have to link the other thing down below because I don't remember the whole story. But supposedly, one of the, like, Tarte or Too Faced or somebody, I think it was Tarte actually, but anyway, did an April Fool's joke palette that was all blues. And they never actually made this palette. Well, leave it to hush.com. If you guys haven't found that yet, you should. It's they've got some, you know, bigger name brands on there as well, but they sell a few I want to say knockoff brands. It's not what I mean, but a couple of brands like Face Candy, Bad Habit, and Oakland are three that I have definitely had good luck out of in the past. But they do not only their own palettes, they also do dupe palettes. And maybe we'll do some of those in the future. But anyway, so this is one that I picked up that Face Candy made. Face Candy actually made the April Fool's palette. And so this one looks like this. You can tell that I have used this one an odd amount for how much I don't usually wear blue. But, yeah. So I just think that whole story is funny. But this was like $14 and it's pretty cool. So anyway, so I am going to make some blush out of kind of just a combination of these lighter matte shades. Whoop, you can't see that. I'm just going to kind of blend those all together a little bit and get it nice and powdery. Alright, so we have some blue blush going on there. It's exciting. Don't worry, we will be back to this palette for probably several things, but I'm mixing some palettes around today. But here's another nifty little product that I picked up just for this purpose, because I don't honestly know too many everyday uses for this one, but this is the Mermaid's Heart Multicolored Highlighter from Makeup Revolution. And it looks like this. It's got purple, orange, teal, and blue. All kind of, well, and some gold. All kind of mixed up in there together. And you can't go wrong with that. Or at least I'm pretty convinced you can't. So I am dusting off. That'll work, I think. This is a Use Spicy. I'm just finding brushes that don't already have makeup in them, because they're going to be entirely blue when I'm done. Blue, purple, green, those colors. When I'm done. And I'm going to have to wash like everything I own. So this is a big fluffy Use Spicy brush. This may work, this may not. I may go in another brush, but I'm going to keep this straight, and I'm just going to pat directly across this so I get those colors. Check that out. Can't go wrong with that. And you can actually see the little bit of gold and purple coming through in that. So it's a nice subtle effect, but it's actually really, really cool. So I normally don't like the blended colors like this, where the multiple colors in a palette of any kind are not actually separated by plastic or whatever. But this one actually is really cool, and I think I picked it up for like $5 or something when it was on sale. So I know I'm easily amused. It's also morning when I'm filming this, and I'm a little slap happy in the morning, so sorry for that. Stupid morning people. Coffee. Alright, now we need some eye primer. And I am going back to an Old Faithful. This one's just about dead. I have a replacement for this, but this one hasn't completely given up the ghost yet, so. Maybe. There we go. Hey, I want some shimmer. This is what we're doing. Now you will notice I normally do my eyebrows before I do my eyes, but I am not. Why is this? Because I have no idea what these eyes are going to look like, and therefore I have no idea what color these eyebrows should be, so we're waiting. Oh, come on there. I think that might have been it. I think you may have just witnessed the demise. Love this stuff, though. I really, really do. You could literally just go out with that. Well, maybe not the rest of this, but just saying. I really like the primer. Alright. Let's give... I want some blue, but I also want some purple, and I want some of the teal in here. So I've got 3 palettes I'm kind of leaning toward. I've got my Festival palette. You guys have seen that one before. And my Take Me Back to Brazil palette. And if you haven't seen that one, then you haven't gone far enough back in my videos, because this is the first one I ever did. And that one was funny. And throwback, I think I even had pig buns. But anyway, this one has all kinds of funky colors in it. And I might or might not have had a sweet little boy playing around in this one at one point. So there's like some gouges in it. But hey, it's still a good palette. It's still holding up. It's cool. So I want oceany colors. Grab. This is so going to make my eyes washed out. So just so you know, if you have this weird like greenish blue color eyes, green's not your friend and blue's not your friend. Oh, I'm wearing all of them today, so whatever. So I'm grabbing think this one, I'm feeling that. Feeling some of that. Maybe some of the dark purple, because I'm trying to like match up this whole mess. Taking just a big fat brush, and I'm just going to lightly define a crease with that, and just kind of get this mess going. Alright, now we at least have some definition in there. Alright, and I want all of my palettes open in front of me so I can see everything I'm dealing with at once. You can know what's in a palette, or in several palettes, or whatever, but unless you actually see the colors like right next to each other, it's a lot harder to tell the exact color density, the color hue, the tone, all that. So, especially if you're going between palettes, like you can't see this, but I just have them all open in front of me here on my work table. And that actually leads me to a couple of these two that are kind of my favorite in this palette. And yeah, I'm kind of a broken record, but I like those, so we're going to have to do something with some of those. I'm going to grab this very dirty, it's already blue, it'll be okay, Sigma All Over Blend. It's an E37, and I'm going to pull that into Fun to See, which is the purple in the Too Faced. It's a really good shade. It's of all the versatile shades in here, it is the best shade for my eye color, so I tend to gravitate to this one. So if you have wacky, like, not blue, not green, I don't know what color these are, purple's your friend. This works great. I'm gonna grab some of that, and I'll love it under here, because it's purple. I'm gonna blend this mess out, don't worry. These are very pigmented, and they have a lot of pickup, so be careful with that. I guess you never know how something's going to turn out until you're done. So I guess it's just the nature of it. Oh, I got some fallout there. Ooh, that does not go anywhere. Well, we will be doing something with that. I don't know yet. Do you want in, Shammy? I'm gonna get blue on my dog. Alrighty. You coming up? Come on. Everybody say hi to Shammy. He's my rotten dog, who has her elbow in my shirt. There we go. You gotta settle down. And I'm going to grab a little bit of Dusk Teal Dawn on the same brush that I used before. BH Cosmetics V19. I'm just going to blend some in there and just kind of soften that line. So we are going to move over to the Face Candy palette, and I'm going to grab this shade Swell here, and I'm going to put that on my lid. I'm just going to pack that on my lid. And notice I'm staying out of that corner because I want to feather this a little bit. Alright, and I want something nice and light to go in that inner corner and brighten that up. So I'm going to use my Lamora Detail Pencil Brush, just a little skinny pencil brush here, And I'm going to go into Tidal, which is this light shimmer down here in the corner. And I'm going to do that just all up in here. Just really pack that on because clearly we do not have enough color on right now. I mean, right. I like that. We're still getting there. That's about enough of that. Alright, so as I was saying, Bad Habit is another brand that I find on shophush.com that does dupes. So this one is a dupe of the Huda Rose Gold palette, the original. So this palette has a decent amount of fallout, which if I do not have the original of this, but I've heard that it did as well, so I guess at least it's accurate. But I'm actually okay with that at the moment because we've got kind of like some going on anyway. And I feel like mermaid makeup should kind of like continue. So this could get crazy. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna put some gold there. Yeah, that's what we wanted. The bright gold. That oceany gold. And I may regret this, but I'm gonna use Deep Sea and Oceanic to kind of draw this downward. I'm not going for a nice mermaid. All right. Now I need a clean blending brush. That one used to be clean. Not anymore. That was ripples. I'm going to contour my nose, but I'm going to do that with the blue. That's not nearly enough glitter. I need more highlight because that's not possibly enough. I also need eyebrows. This is the Oakland Glowing Palette. Looks like this. There's an Anastasia Beverly Hills glow palette similar to this. Highlight palette similar to this. This is the dupe of that. I think I paid $12 for this. The Anastasia one is, I want to say $40. So I'm mixing together Stardust and Glam and Bright. That's the white and the blue. The white and the blue. Just gonna go over that with a little bit more. Yeah, that's what it needed. There's a lighter blue in here. I'm going to kind of blend that out. We want some sick in here. This is Precious, is this color. And it is this one. Alright, that's coming together. We need some eyeliner, we need some mascara, we need some lips, and we need some eyebrows. I'm going to do a weird thing where, there we go. Here's a nice, I'm sorry for your little eyeshadow brush. I'm going to take this, I'm going to go back into my Atlantis palette. I thought I wanted to do purple eyebrows, but I changed my mind. So I'm going into Deep Sea, that dark green, and I'm actually going to use that on my small angled brush from e.l.f. And I'm going to use that to do my eyebrows. And yes, I know Kat Von D makes a product for this. I have not tried it, mostly because I'm cheap and I haven't purchased it, so you guys realize. I know there's a lot of YouTubers that like just get stuff for free because they're YouTubers and they're cool, but I'm new and I'm not that person, so I buy all my stuff on my own, and $19 is a lot to spend for one crazy color of eyebrows. And I figure you feel that way too. So this is proof that you don't need all the fancy stuff to do this. Especially given how often you may or may not want to do this. Although, with this hair and these eyebrows, you always have the good brow and the not so good brow. Are you seriously trying to scratch a softer spot in my carpet? I'll be done soon. I want to set those with something crazy. And I'm thinking that this metallic liquid eyeshadow might make it interesting brow gel. I might also make a horrible mess of a spoolie, but we're gonna find out. I have extras. It'll be okay. Alright, I'm just gonna set that here and see if I can do this. Oh, I can. Oh, there we go. Ooh, that actually works really well. Check that out. So that is the Wet n Wild, one of their mermaid, like mermaid glitter eyeshadows. This is Alara's Necklace. I don't know what that's supposed to be a reference to. I probably should, but no. So. That actually worked pretty well. Alright. We are narrowing in on our craziness here today. A lot of stuff in that came out. Alright, and I don't think I want to do falsies because I've done so much below my eyes that I don't want to detract above my eyes. So I'm actually just going to do mascara, which, you know me, I'll use any excuse I can to not have to falsies, but there's that. And I do want some big ol' eyelashes, so I am going to use what is probably the last day of my Bad Gal Bang to do this. I am going to have to break down and buy this stuff, and it makes me sad, kind of. It makes me happy to have found such a good mascara. Now I realize that I didn't actually mean to do my mascara first, but whatever. That's what we're doing now. I realized I completely forgot to highlight my nose. So I just took my finger, and this is the unicorn tears in the Too Faced. I actually don't know if I need eyeliner. Maybe just a little. Yeah. There we go. Just a little, and that was the NYX Epic Ink Liner. I gravitate to this one a lot of the time, especially if I've got like a lot of eyeshadow on, or I do something silly like I put my mascara on before I do my eyeliner, because this stuff, you can barely touch it and it will mark. So you don't have to put a lot of pressure, so you can really control that and get in there. Love that stuff. It's also waterproof. Always good. Alright, let's do some lips. I'm going to do Siren's Jewel. This is Mega Last Liquid Catsuit. This is my Wet n Wild. This stuff is actually really cool. It dries your lips a little bit, but the color's great, and it really doesn't move. And the applicator's kind of nifty. It's got a curve to it. So it actually, like, I don't know if you can see that. It's got a curve to it. So it actually really is easy to control. So I really like these. Mermaids are all glittery, so I think I need a little more glitter on those lips. I'm going to grab, this is Aquatic Prism. This is like a blue, green, kind of chameleon color shift. Metallic liquid eyeshadow. This is another of the color icons that came in the mermaid kit. But yes, it's an eyeshadow. You hush, because that looks great. I told you guys, there's no rules. As long as it looks good. If you're happy, you did it right. And I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with how this came out. That's kind of nuts. Alright. Alright guys, so this is the completed mermaid makeup that I came up with to go with my mermaid hair. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a like. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll try to come up with some more crazy stuff for you here sometimes in the future. I'll see you in my next video.